Congratulations, ma'am.
Thank you.
Myself, Ganesh. I'm a sculptor. I'm coming from creative community.
Yeah.
We are promoting art appreciation and bring to the artist voice to the public. We would like to know about your artwork.
Yeah.
What exactly the installations you are doing here?
So this installation is part of Whispering Rocks, the Deccan Legacy. 26 artists have contributed. They've taken different perspectives, right from environment, cultural, heritage, feminist, social. Many aspects are covered, taking the rocks as the primary metaphor and motive. This is my installation. Part of the installation is inviting the viewer to tie these coconuts. The coconuts are tied with a red cloth. We have a beautiful ritual in rural Telangana where it's called Mudupu. People can make a wish and tie the coconut to a tree or a rock or any natural element, especially in temple premises. This is for the viewers. The installation up there is up there. It's called the Deepam Rock or the Lamp Rock here at the Forest Tech Park. I was fortunate to put up my installation on that. The white structure is like a collapsed lungs, or it is like the foliage, the roots, or like the nerve system in the human or any plant, any animal. So the idea is there are some things which we see, there are things which we cannot see, but everything has a pattern, everything is flows, everything there is energy which goes on smoothly and have to maintain the balance. Once the balance is lost, things collapse. The top part is again 100 coconuts. Every coconut is tied with a red cloth. I made a wish that we have to leave this rich legacy for our future, for our own sake, for life to continue on earth. So I followed that age-old custom of tying a coconut to a natural object and made a wish. Also, we have invited viewers to follow that ritual here. Hopefully, that creates that energy.
Yeah. No, really, I enjoyed this installation work. But for the viewers, we would like to know about how installation art form different to other art forms.
Installation, when you go into a gallery, it's a closed place.
Right.
And within that gallery, there is a frame that's again closed. So you're going into something which is confined, which is bounded by the four walls or the four frames. When you have, this is called environmental installations or ecological or natural installations. Out in the open, the dynamics change. There is air, there's water, there's life around. We have water, we are fortunate, we had permissions to install in the forest. It's still in the rock. There is no large man interference here, man-made interference. It's still very much pristine and rock. So the energy acts on the installation and the expression becomes more profound, the impact is more. The artist has chosen a form, a color, a concept, an idea that when installed amongst such a natural environment, there is a chemistry, there is a language, which like it's like speaking to each other.
Yeah, wonderfully explained. That's just like we canvas or maybe frame in a exhibition or gallery that was restricted, but this is a site specific, especially you mentioned ecological thing. But one way I'm saying, ma'am, is the way rocks arranged that was a natural, and again we are here doing is a human made art expressions.
Yes.
So it's quite interesting. So many dialogues between human and nature, like the time or maybe place or any different concepts. Ma'am, would like to know about you are invited. Now 26 artists are participating in installations. Could you give a couple of highlights of works about what kind of installations artists did here?
Yeah, it's very interesting. I expected that usual tropes will be environment, ecology, nature. I thought we will make the rocks express. It has actually become the other way around. It is actually the artist, looks like the artist is taking solace from the rocks. We thought we'll hear the rocks, but actually the rocks are hearing us. So somebody is interested in feminist angle, they are suffered as a woman. So they expressed in the feminist angle, calling it eco-feminism. Feminism is the first time I heard the word eco-feminism, I heard it for the first time. There's somebody who is feeling socially isolated. They see themselves isolated like the rocks around. Even though they are from outside, they felt isolated. Then they realized the rocks which are here, the native and millionaire, they are isolated. So they're connecting. So there's a weaver, there's a Ikebana artist. So it has become like a conversation.
So Ikebana, could you explain about
Ikebana is a floral arrangement.
Floral arrangement.
Other than most of them are artists, but I invited a weaver, handloom weaver. She's an expert in handloom weaver. She saw the weft and wrap is where two elements mix and make the cloth.
Cloth, yeah.
She saw the universal energy, it's nature and energy, it's man and nature. Whatever. If there is a balance, then the cloth is made, the universal cloth is made. That's how she expressed. Lakshmi Reddy has taken flora and fauna. There is elements of Ikebana is a floral arrangement. She has used trees which are generally found in the Deccan region, the bamboo and the palmyra, and made a beautiful arrangement. There's a poet, we have written a poem. The last line says, "Now please do not drill into me." So right opposite is a stone where they're drilled. There's a drill. When somebody wants to break the rock, they make drill and then break it open.
The cracks like this.
Yeah, exactly. So
the cracks on the stone, it's like a memory, some memory.
So we have no right to disturb. We are the responsibility. 100 years within a span of millions of years is nothing. It's like a second. But within that second, you are destroying something which has come to us. That's the whole idea of very interesting takes. There's a performance. Shashikant has made a performance. He has written, "Please hide me" in all Indian languages. There on that rock.
Okay, it's a rock itself saying.
So now it is identity, its own place. It's been here, but now it's saying, "I don't want man's eye falling on me. Please hide me. Please hide me." He's written, "Please hide me" in all the Indian languages. So as to express, I am telling you, everybody, especially Hyderabad, is attracting people from outside. A lot of outsiders are coming and they're speaking all languages, not only local languages. So his take is, the rock is telling in all languages, "I want to hide." So we have different variety. There's somebody from the farmer's family. So they're using the broken wheel as something.
Agriculture.
A broken wheel is metaphor for a disruption of time frame. We have disrupted something which has come, and for millions of years we are disrupting it. There are tools which are not being used now. We are using heavy machinery. Because you have heavy machinery, you are destroying very faster. So that irresponsibility is questioning. There are ants up there.
Ants on the hills.
Ants are like a metaphor for human. People the greediness in people. You carry how much you need, but we are carrying more than what we need. So initially people made one room or two rooms, the villages, they broke the rock and made what they need. Now you are breaking mountains, you're breaking hillocks to make these apartments. So that sensitivity needs to be bought in. It's each artist has taken a very different perspective. There's a terracotta structures like pots on the rocks.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the water content, the water level in the soil has groundwater level has gone down because of us destroying the nature around. The water is just flowing away. So that's a symbolic how you have to. The nature helps to retain soil, ground level water. There is a lizard there which moves. Can you see it's moving?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The head is moving.
Head is moving. Symbolic that without sun, there is a solar panel. The solar panel activates the movement. That is, the sunlight is falling and activating the movement. So sun is energy. So the artist want to say like the energies which are around in nature, if you are disturbing, then life will become a standstill. For these lizards are generally found in the Deccan rocks, chameleons, and the whole family is found.
Yeah.
So we have a variety of that is the structures. The structure has drawings on them, carvings, which have peacocks and deer and snails and all. You can reflect on the recent Gachibowli incident. To build a structure, you are the cause for the death of so many animals and birds. So when you build a building, so much is losing they are losing their homes and home ground, and the helplessness is captured in that.
Yeah, wonderful, ma'am.
And Tapsi, yeah.
Wonderfully, said, so many concepts, a variety of viewpoints, and that is, let's save the nature.
Yeah.
And you have a different expressions, and very importantly, people are played different material.
Yes.
So
this is again a very beautiful.
This another work.
Yeah. This is Tanmay's work.
Okay.
These are beautiful drawings made from references from the Deccan. They made on postcards. Okay. Postcard is for us was a method of communication. So his intention is letters from the past into the future, something which you are asking what has been happening in the past and what is it we are going to communicate to the future. That is one aspect, but another angle to it is lot of poets, musicians, literary people, theatre, artists, sculptors have taken inspiration from this rock. So Tanmay is also, as an artist, looking at what is the energy, what is the beauty of these rocks that so many people, even Rabindranath Tagore has written a poem on these rocks. So he's looking at that aspect. What is it which has inspired so many people, and we have it around us, and we are not being responsible towards it. It's called applique work, painstakingly done. These are the flora and fauna which is generally thrive among the Deccan landscape, especially among the rocks and shrubbery. We have the star tortoise, the cactus, the Tangedu Puvi, which is the national flower of Telangana, and the chameleon. These thrive only when the nature, the environment supports them. The whole media adds a different angle to it. The media of painstakingly stitching it together, that itself is a very conscious, each stitch has to be done very consciously. Each stitch has to be, there is a uniformity in the stitch, and the process itself is very meditative. So even though the concept is simple, the artist has very consciously each and every stitch is done mindfully. That makes all the difference to the work. Plus installation, these are called kinetic kinetic structures. So only when there is a perfect balance on either side, there is a movement. So what she metaphorically wants to state is this element of balance, this element of being together, man and nature, animal, flora, fauna, trees, only there is a very sensitive sensitive energy which flows through them, which you cannot see with the human eye. Only with that sensitivity the universe keeps moving, and once the balance is even disturbed very little, like if you even place 2-3 grams more on either side, it collapses. So in spite of the wind, what is the speed of the wind today?
Today is about 5 kilometers per
5 kilometers per hour. Still, because of the balance,
Yesterday was 15 or something.
because there's a balance in the structures, because it is still sustaining. So that is the power of universe, that everything is aligned, and but we need to keep the balance going. This is Jangaya. He's also belongs to a very rural and rustic background. These are man's communication started with prehistoric times. We see prehistoric art on the stones and caves. There was this longing for man to connect with nature. That is, man initially, when he had to expressed on these rocks and caves. But now this is a depiction of prehistoric art. This is the nest, means it's a very obvious metaphor. Nest means a shelter. The nature has given us shelter, so we need to respect that and take as much as needed and not exploit. So even now I have noticed, we thought we will ask the rocks to communicate, but it was the other way around. The artists were pouring out their emotions onto the rocks. So this is symbolic of that. Rain, that is enough to devastate the whole environment. What Madhu has to say is, man's ego, man's self-centeredness, selfishness, the mind or the brain is so small, the universal energy is so vast, and he has also portrayed the animals which thrive among the different in the Deccan Plateau, or among nature which is in the raw. We had recently seen what has happened. We had tortoise, birds and deer come onto the roads when the ecology was disturbed. So one small bit of brain is able to destroy the whole balance in the energy system. That's so we have animals here. So the messages are burnt.
Yeah, bird paper.
Yeah, burnt paper. So you can say they are like extinct birds. The pain is in the air. The birds have disappeared, but the pain is still in the air. The idea that don't make the rock, or even when we say the rock, it also means environment, nature. Don't make it a relic of the past, something which we see in a museum through the eyes, or we convert into a photograph. So the artist Ravi Kumar is here. He is inviting, you can see it this way at the rock, or you can see from there and enjoy the landscape as beautiful pictures. His message is, don't make them into pictures. You have the pictures, but don't make them as memories. They are here to stay. They were here before us, and they have to stay a long time after us. We have to leave that legacy to our future, our children. So that is Arnab's work.
Okay.
We find this prayer flags.
The colorful flags.
Yeah, generally when you go to the north over Himalayas and all, his take is that even in the Deccan rocks, there is beyond a spiritual place. It's out in the landscape. So people have shown their reverence, a divinity for nature and landscape. That's the idea we find behind Arnab's installation. Beside that is Chandan's interactive installation. In cave paintings or during primitive times, man made drawings on rocks and caves.
Yeah.
His intention was not to make art. He is not bothered to make art like today's artists. His intention was to express his innermost feelings. So Chandan is inviting people, this paint there is kept there, that they can also, in present situation, in the present context, express themselves on the rock. That's the idea.
Ma'am, when you were saying installation, now I get it, different kind of forms or practices people are doing.
Huh.
It's not like a visual arts, like take a brush or pencil, doing the same, intimating. Ecological site specific people are doing.
Yes.
So, question is, if people new to the installation experience, what would you advise us? How to enjoy the installation art?
The role of artist is not to please people, not to make it easy for people. Then we will be doing things which they are used to. When you do things which they are used to and they are used to seeing and understanding, the story ends there. Artist has to push the boundaries
Okay.
metaphorically, symbolically, and make them see things differently. So tomorrow that will become the new norm.
All right.
Today it may be new, but if I am doing this again and again, and they're seeing it again and again, next year they say, I know this. I know ecological art, I know environment art,
Yeah.
I know what it means. Artists don't just paint or sculpt. They put their idea, they put their thought, they give meaning to the work with different mediums and materials. So next time it becomes the new normal.
Yeah.
Something which was not normal, it becomes new normal. So the duty of the artist is to push that boundaries. Then they become more conscious and more sensitive. We should not restrict to a space where people are used to it. That is not our concern. Our concern is, can a stone also become a woman? Suddenly you see that, yes, the stone is also like a woman.
Yeah.
We are exploiting. We are not giving the respect which has to be given to the woman. We are not respecting the resilience the woman has over the years, sustaining. So, this is a very simple thing, but it's not a common thing. When the viewer sees that bulb-on moment, it's true. You cannot say no to it, right? Then when you say identity crisis, yes, a stone which was millions of years been lying around, suddenly it is feeling it's not his place. So that's not a common idea which you and I talk in the drawing room. But the artist has brought it forward, then the viewer understands a new perspective. That's the duty of the artist. An installation is a very direct impact. You cannot so easily do it in a painting. Because the mediums, the moment a child sees that installation which has structure,
That's one.
they can relate to the buildings there.
Yeah.
A 4-year-old will say that these are the buildings, these are the rocks, right? They are the buildings, these are the rocks. The artist has put them together. Then somebody will explain, the rocks are being broken and the buildings are coming up. The impact is lifelong. It's a lifelong impact.
Yeah. No, you're saying installation is a new medium, contemporary medium. Try the new dialogues, open your viewpoints, enjoy the different experiences. Ma'am, one point, it's for the clarification I'm asking. Installation is only for the sake of talking about the people problems or maybe any any issues, or maybe this kind of abstract also.
Everything together. These are all abstract, these are symbolic, these are metaphorical, and putting them, what is an installation? Like there's a weaver, he doesn't know anything about art.
Yeah.
There's a poet, there's a Ikebana, they don't know anything about art. But somebody visiting, they don't know whether this is a weaver or this is an artist or a Ikebana artist.
It will get playful.
Yes. So it's symbols, it's metaphors. It is symbolically conveying an idea. So it need not, here also we have not just expressed only the problem, we are also celebrating. We are celebrating the beauty of the rocks, the aesthetics of the rock. So there's one Lakshmi Reddy who has taken inspiration from the birds and animals and made this. So there's not a sense of trying to convey the pain, but enjoying nature, enjoying natural forms. There's a crocodile there. So in a way it is bringing to like there's not just man around. It's not just man has this ego.
Right.
I am superior. So it's saying that lot of insects, birds, animals, they have a right to live. It is their planet too. So if a child is going around, somebody is explaining, tomorrow will he cut down a tree or break a rock?
Yeah.
They will think twice.
Ma'am, you are also as a participant here.
Yes.
I'm asking about that, how installation artwork works, like from your concept to material and final form.
Yeah.
What are the process you follow?
Each artist has a different
Okay.
way.
Yeah.
The way I approach is I keep things open-ended. So I didn't think that, okay, I'll put this coconut and this cotton thread together. Cotton is, I've been working on my artworks. The paintings I'm doing is made out of cotton yarn. So I extended that into the installation. And the cultural aspect is I'm part of a region, I'm part of Telangana, I'm part of a social and cultural conditioning which has a deep impact on me. So it's a slow process of putting it together and making it meaningful and impactful. So it's just not one bulb-on moment.
Right.
It's a slow, but that's my approach. Different people have different. Like the performance art, the artist is performing in front of you. So the process is happening in front of you.
Yeah.
And installation is not new. We are new. We are the Hyderabad public. Their awareness of installation and performance, it's been happening. It's been hundreds of years that we've been doing installation art.
Really, we enjoyed thoroughly, variety of exciting works, different concepts, themes, and
Have you
opinions.
shot that?
Yeah, that was covered the green.
Yeah.
Okay. Ma'am, we would like to know about what kind of next projects you are going to do.
Yeah, I am so motivated by the response of the artists, the involvement, the commitment. I want to make it an annual, concentrating on different aspects of ecology, environment and nature. Next year it could be water, about soil, about trees, about air.
Different elements of nature.
That's the idea.
Wonderful, ma'am. We thoroughly enjoyed.
Thank you
Wish
so
you all the best for
Thank
your
you.
installations.
Yeah, thank
the
you.
Whispering Rocks at Forest Tech Park, Hyderabad. Thank you.
The Whispering Rocks, the Deccan Legacy. The venue is the Forest Tech Park. It's initiated by Icon Art Gallery. I am the curator, Avani Rao Gandra. Thank you so much.